We're here at week 1 of the NA LCS. I'm joined by Echo Fox jungler Dardoch following a triumphant 2-0 week 1. How are you feeling after your play this weekend?
I feel pretty good overall. We made a little bit of mistakes after we got the initial lead, but yeah, I think overall we played a pretty we played games that we could be confident with. Yeah.
You guys showed a total big prowess on snowballing, really aggressive early games, especially in the top and jungle with you and Huni. Echo Fox in the past has had trouble snowballing that early game strong into a mid game. What do you think you're doing differently as a jungler, or something that maybe your team's doing differently that other rosters just haven't really mastered the same way?
I mean, I don't want to be rude, but just we're a lot better individually than previous rosters. Just to be like completely transparent, I think most of where our leads come from is just my laners just being better individually, and our draft being really good from Nick, our coach. And yeah, just overall we have a really solid line of communication. We all have a good idea of how we want to play out the early game from draft, and we all just stick to the plan and try and help each other.
You were on 3 different teams last year. How was that experience helping you as a player on this new team at Echo Fox in the NA LCS Season 8?
I guess the main takeaway I have from being across all these other organizations over my 2-year career is just I've had a lot of different interactions with a lot of different people with very different personalities, and I've guess cultured myself in terms of like human interaction, where I came in as like a 17-year-old who spent 90% of his days inside playing League of Legends. Obviously, that's why I'm here. So I guess the last 2 years have just really been building on me as a mature, like young adult. So that's the biggest takeaways I have over the last 2 years.
So you came up in the scene at a time before the franchising model, but definitely at a time where League of Legends was growing into something even more significant. Do you think that there are things put into place now in the league that weren't in place when you started that would help a younger player become more adjusted to a team setting?
Yeah, absolutely. I think just off the top of my head, like scouting grounds is really good. The Academy League is way more legitimized, and there's people genuinely wanting to be in Challenger Series, where before it was like, oh God, I got to play in NACS for a split. You know what I mean? Like if you fell down from relegations or whatever happened, it was like a penalty split. You have to spend a couple months in Challenger, and then you get back up, that kind of thing. But now it's like, there's kids and there's players striving to be in NACS so they can get their chance in the LCS. I think that's really good.
Yeah, definitely a much better way of integrating people into the scene as opposed to the academy system is really going to do that pretty well. So you are now on this team with Huni, which everyone's really excited to have him back in NA, and people are really excited to see how you guys would synergize, given you have very aggressive, flashy players. What's it been like with Huni on Echo Fox so far?
It's been, nothing but awesome. Like Huni's he's a really funny guy. He has a great personality, really easy to get along with, and because he's had so much success internationally, he's actually like extremely intelligent as a human being and cultured as well. So the transition was just so like seamless for him. Like he came in the first day and was already like cracking jokes in English like it was nothing. Like he never left, and it was just really natural. Everybody adapted to him super fast, and we just got right into practice, and it's really good.
So Echo Fox's other solo laner, Fenix, is actually a former teammate of Dardoch's on Team Liquid. Newer fans may not know. What's it like to play with Fenix again? He had a little bit of a break from the full competitive scene, was in Challenger for a while, but he showed up pretty well today. How's it been playing with him again in the mid lane?
Yeah, playing with Fenix is always just really good, like really fun for me. We understand each other on like a really deep level as players and as people because we've just been together for so long. And yeah, even when we weren't on teams and we were separated when he was in GCU and I was on TL/IMT in CLG, we still do a queue casually. We'd all catch up every couple weeks. Like we were genuine friends outside of the game. So coming together was just really comfortable and something we both wanted.
Well, that's really great to hear. Great to hear. Probably helps that mid-jungle synergy as well. Dardoch, one more question for you. Your team has been described as a team that could be top 3 or like bottom 3, depending on how your synergy goes with your different playstyles and personalities. Do you think that there's some validity to that, or what is your take on those type of evaluations of Echo Fox in 2018?
I think the things said about us are definitely warranted to a certain degree, but I do think they are a little hyperbolized, I guess. So it's like really over the top, where it's like they're either going to be bottom 10 or top 1. It's like, we're definitely going to be like a playoff team. Like it was really kind of like, it kind of hurt me in my ego a little bit when I would see that people were like, they're not even going to make playoffs, where I'm just like, you put Huni, Dardoch, Fenix, Alltech, and Adrian on a roster in best of one format, and you think we're not gonna get like 10 wins? Like we should be fine no matter what. But there's no issues internally anyway. So.
Well, that's great to hear. We definitely look forward to seeing you guys after the strong start in week 1. Dardoch, thank you so much for the interview. Is there anything that you'd like to say to the Echo Fox fans or people who have followed you on your own personal journey, or of course any sponsors that you'd like to plug?
Yeah, to all the Echo Fox fans, just thank you for supporting us. I know the initial roster moves where only Fenix was announced, and then they announced me right after, where it was, I guess I understand where a lot of your concerns came from, but hopefully we can keep putting out performances like this weekend, and you guys will have a lot of faith in us.